Welcome to Reddit's Post Hunter. In today's episode, what experiment that you did as a child are you the most proud of? When I was about 5.5 I was becoming skeptical about the existence of the Easter Bunny, so I hatched a brilliant plan to determine the status of the whole situation. I got a big piece of paper from one of those giant pads of desk paper and wrote, "Easter Bunny, are you real? Circle 1 yes no." The next morning the word yes had been circled, and a self-portrait had been drawn underneath. I immediately began to realize the fatal flaw in my plan. The experiment itself wasn't great, but looking back I'm so impressed by what a bureaucratic little kindergartner I was. The Easter Bunny was coming over with candy for me and my dumbass wanted him to fill out some damn paperwork. Metal toy aeroplane in a microwave. The year was 1990. I was 7. My brothers brought home a huge magnet from school. I thought magnets were cool. I placed said huge magnet accidentally next to my dad's 25-inch CRT TV. The screen nearest the magnet turned purple. 7-year-old me liked purple. 7-year-old me made more purple. 37-year-old father wasn't such a fan of purple. I set my garage on fire and nearly blew up the car. You what? I discovered fire when I was 6 or something, and I enjoyed setting things on fire. I didn't mean to set it on fire, but there was this black liquid, I don't know what it was, but it was flammable, so I set it on fire. And then I walked out of the garage and let the fire engulf it, while the car was in it. My dad sorted it out, though. Very minimal damage. I always tried to see Santa. Every Christmas from age 5 to around 11 I would stay up late and watch the tree waiting for Santa to come. I never found him. I had always thought that 10:30 was much too late in the night for Santa to arrive, so I would go to bed sure that Santa would never have arrived that night. For some reason I just heard your inner child rationale with a posh British accent.
Well, certainly this Mr. Claus has the common decency not to be wandering around at such late hours. I dare say he has at least some manners.
When I was 8, I got a magnifying glass and let the sun shine through it and pointed it toward a leaf, which of course, burned a hole through it, so I decided to try to make a fire. I started blowing slightly on the leaf and ever so slightly, the fire grew. Long story short, the leaf caught on fire, and since it was windy outside, it spread to other parts of the yard and quickly became a problem. So yeah, I basically started a fire in my yard. The parents were not happy. 0/10 would not recommend. When I was 12 I also got a can of hairspray and a lighter. Clicked the lighter, and sprayed the hairspray. Boom. Instant flamethrower. I'm still proud of this idea. Microwave peeps until they exploded everywhere. Every time my brother and I watched the Back to the Future trilogy we would leave a note to our future selves to come back in time to that exact moment if we ever made a time machine. Every time it failed and we were super bummed. But we always had hope the next time around, thinking our future selves must have just misplaced the note. Or there had been some house fire that destroyed the note. Or some government regulation forbid time travel to past selves. I still want to believe. I watched my little brother once make toast by standing it up with toothpicks on a piece of foil and left it in the sun. He ate it and 5 minutes later he threw up. I thought I could make a homemade diaper by stuffing toilet paper in my underwear. Then I could simply pee in my underwear when I needed to go and then discard the toilet paper the next time I was near a bathroom. So when I was home alone I took some old underwear and added the toilet paper. I then sat on the toilet and peed with my underwear still on. Obviously it didn't work and I had to hide that pair of underwear in the trash. Age 6-8ish, used to put my hand in a sink and then sort of spin it around the rim of the sink when it was full of water to make this little whirlpool. Convinced I had some water magic in me and so I tried to shoot out water and a little bit of water ran down my finger and sorta shot out off the end of my finger. That convinced me that I am one of the r/Schwarzeneggers. I once tried catching the Easter Bunny by tying yarn all over the house, and I mean all over the house. blocking every doorway, every stair step, over everything. Well, I get woken up in the middle of the night by my pretty pissed off dad. Turns out he ate shit over one of the yarn trap. Learned that day there was no Easter bunny and that tying yarn all over the house and especially across every step in the house was the easiest way to get grounded until summer.
Your one fatal flaw was that you forgot that bunnies hop.
Yeah, right, it is. Only with Santa. I was in grade 3 and all the kids in my class were fighting over whether he was real or not. So I decided, well, duck this. I'ma prove all of you wrong. And when Christmas came a few weeks later, I had a piece of paper sitting out by my stocking asking Santa for his autograph. Turns out more than one kid thought of this idea too, and we all came to school with autographs from Santa, all in different handwriting. Mine was written by my dad. Look to this cat. Please subscribe to the channel, so I can buy new clothes and be stylish like him.